welcome back to my channel. I keep taking pictures. Today, this weekend, I'm going to do a what I read in a weekend. So today's my dad's birthday, so tomorrow I'll be going to my parents' house. But I went to the bookstore today and I bought a bunch of books, and my goal is to finish all of them this weekend because my sister made a rude comment about how I should stop buying books when I haven't finished the ones I've read. So I'm gonna read all of them. So that's my goal. This weekend I will read the following 5 books. I'm gonna insert the footage from my haul here.
Hello and welcome back to Laura Buys Books. So here are the books I bought. Ready? The Right Swipe by Alicia Ray. This is about a smart girl who is ghosted by a former pro football player and it's breaking all of her own rules. 1. I got The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. This is about 2 people who share a bed. So I think the tagline's like Tiffany and Leon share an apartment. Tiffany and Leon have never met. So she works nights and he works days, and they just share the apartment, but they don't ever see each other because they're never there at the same time. 2. Fangirl. I have no idea what this is about. It's a graphic novel. It was a buy one, get one 50% off, and I had heard about it, so I was like, yeah, I can get into this. Fangirl. 3. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, not to be confused with the 7 Lives of Evelyn, of the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Fun fact, it used to be called the 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. In the UK version, they still have the 7 deaths, but it was so confusing because the 7 husbands came out at around the same time that the American version is 7.5. So that's funny. This sounds so good. Carrie Hope Fletcher just talked about it on her booktube, so I bought it. It's about this girl who is killed at a party thrown for her by her parents, and every time she wakes up. It's like Groundhog Day. Every time she's killed, she wakes up at the beginning of the day and she has to go through the party again. There's another person living through the same days with her who's trying to figure out who killed her so that he can stop it, but every day he wakes up in a different body of someone. So it's a little bit more difficult for him to figure out who's done it. 4. Last but not least, I got the next book in the Avatar series because I already read the first 2 and I want to know what happens. This is when Zuko and the gang go and try and find Zuko's mother. 5. That's what I got at the store today.
Okay, so it is currently Friday, April 16th, and I think I am going to start with Avatar. So as you saw, I have 2 graphic novels, Avatar and Fangirl, and then I have 2 romances, Flat Share and The Right Swipe, and then I have 1 like fiction-y book, The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I think this one's definitely going to take me the longest. But I think tonight my goal is going to be to read Avatar, and then I'm going to start the Flat Share. I think that's the goal. I want to finish all of these, putting it into the universe. I want to finish all of these by Sunday, April 18th. So here we go. Just from some info for like statistics for later. It is currently 10:24. I finished. It was really good. It was the first, okay, so the promise is new content. right? So the Lost Adventures is kind of during the show, and then the Promise is the first thing that happens after the show. But there wasn't very much action. Like the Promise, you could have put in one episode. This had a lot more going on, I think. The Search. I think there was a lot more going on, and I really liked it. So it was good. It was really good. It's 11:17, so it took me a little less than an hour. I'm gonna walk my dog, and then I'm gonna start reading. I think I'm gonna start reading The Flat Share. It's 11:32, and I'm gonna start reading The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. It is 12:22, and I am 66 pages into this book. It's a little slower than I thought it would be, but I'm gonna go to bed.
Can I jump?
It's 11:42 on Saturday, and I just finished this. So I've been reading it, like, I read it for, like, casually, like, 30 minutes or so, where I think I read a total of 3 chapters. And then I got home at around 9:30, and I've been reading it since then, and it's 11:43, and I just finished, and it's so cute, and I really liked it. It was really funny. It really deserved, like, the rom-com, like, title. I think it's a 4.5, and I know that I just described it as, like, can't put it down, but 1, I did put it down, and 2, I feel like a 5-star is one that I'm like, everyone needs to read this immediately. And this was good, and I'll definitely recommend it to people, but it wasn't like the best thing I've ever read in my entire life, where everyone needs to read it, and if they don't read it, I'm gonna start a riot. So I think it's solidly 4.5. I'm trying to figure out which book I want to read next, because I could probably finish Fangirl tonight, but I'm a little interested in reading The Right Swipe instead. So I'm gonna start this. It is 12:27. I am this far into The Right Swipe, and I am exhausted. So I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Sunday. It's 12:21, and I'm gonna start reading this book again. It's 2:37, and I just finished this book, The Right Swipe by Alicia Ray. It was so good. I cried a couple of times. That's not saying much. I cry a lot, but it was really good. I am not too sure if I'm going to finish all 5 books that I bought, just because I think the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle is going to take a while. But I am in the reading mood, so I am going to switch over. I am gonna read Fangirl. My sister and mom thinks we've read this, but I don't remember anything about it, so I'm gonna read it. Okay, bye. I did it. It's 3:17, and I just finished this book. It ended on a cliffhanger. Upset about it. It was, but I'm not sure when it started, so I did it. It's 3:17, and I just finished Fangirl. It ended on a cliffhanger, because this is the first part, the graphic novel. So this is the first part, and I think there's 4. And it ended on a cliffhanger, so now I'm like, I might look it up to figure out what happens, but I just finished this book. I have 1 book left to go. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I'm currently making myself like a lunch dinner sort of combo thing, since I didn't wake up till like noon. And I'm gonna have to at some point leave my house to walk my dog, but not yet. Guys, I'm so excited to read this book. Did I tell you I bought it specifically because of Carrie Hope Fletcher? Pretty sure I did, but it's 3:55. I'm about this far. It's good so far. I'm liking it. I'm very confused, but I'm liking it, but I'm really tired, so I think I'm gonna try and take a nap. Or at least like rest my eyes. It's 4:52. I'm gonna go back to my book for a little while I eat my snack. And then I'm gonna take a short break after. It's 6:22. I'm gonna rally, y'all. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna prove her wrong. I'm gonna do it. I did it. 5 books in what, 2 days? This was really good. It was so interesting and intricate and like mystery-y, like, and like so unique, you know, like it kind of took like the parallel universes plate and like turned it on its head. It was so interesting, and I feel like every time I turned the page there was a new thing to learn, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So I really liked it. I'm gonna give it this is gonna be crazy, and I might change my mind later, but I'm gonna give it 5 stars. Because it was really good. I had a hard time putting it down. Even when like I was exhausted and I was reading it, I was like, just one more chapter. I'll just read one more chapter. And I went that way for a long time. Like I feel like I could not stop turning the pages. So I did it. Book 5. That being said, I have no idea if this video is interesting or not. It probably wasn't. It was kind of just I can do this and I'm going to show you. I hope you enjoyed it anyways. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.